In this video, let us talk about the problems with unemployment rate. Now, what are the problems of using unemployment rate as an indicator of the macroeconomy? Now, the common problems with unemployment rate is that sometimes it may overstate the problem of the macroeconomy and sometimes it could understate the problem that is there in the macroeconomy. Now, when does it overstate the problem? For example, if a lot of people are frictionally unemployed, if there is high frictional unemployment, then it could overstate the problem, because please note that I could be a person who is waiting for the right job. So it is not like I do not have a job, but I may have 5 different job offers, but I am not taking up any of them because I am waiting for my dream job. So while I am waiting, I am searching for this dream job, right? So I keep reporting myself as a person who does not have a job and who is actively searching for a job. So I am unemployed. But actually, technically, I am frictionally unemployed because I have these 5 job offers that I could have taken up, and yet I am reporting myself as an unemployed person. So actually, the problem is getting overstated, or the problem is looking much worse than what it actually is. So the macroeconomic problem is not as severe, but because there are a lot of people who are in that category of frictional unemployment, the unemployment rate looks like a blown up number, right? It is not giving you a real picture of the macroeconomic problem. That is what we mean by overstating the problem. On the flip side, unemployment rate could also sometimes understate the problem, and understatement usually happens due to discouraged workers. Now, if a country experiences recession for a long time and the recession is deep enough, for example, something like the Great Recession that we had in United States during 2009-2010, which was almost like an 18-month long recession, and it was a super deep, severe kind of recession, there was this problem that was noticed. There were a lot of discouraged workers. Now, who are these discouraged workers? The discouraged workers are the ones who have looked for jobs for a long time and did not find a job, so they got disappointed or discouraged and they gave up searching for a job and they just decided to sit at home or go back to school. And a lot of that happened in United States during that Great Recession of 2009-2010. People were looking for jobs for a long time and they did not get these jobs because the economic situation was so bad, so they just decided to sit at home. They gave up job search, or many people went back to school. College enrollment actually was rising during that time. Now, those people, please note, if you are not actively looking for a job, then you are not officially reported as unemployed, right? Remember the definition of unemployment. You should be jobless, but you should be actively searching, willing and able to work, and actively looking for a job. Right? So that's important in that definition. So if you're not actively looking for a job, if you just go back to school or you sit at home, then you're not being counted as an unemployed person in the economy. Right? You actually have lost a job and you have been discouraged, you have searched for a long time. So you are actually an unemployed person, but officially you are not being counted because you have given up your job search. So in that case, the problem is getting understated, and this is something that happened in United States during the Great Recession. At the height of that recession, the unemployment rate reached almost 10% in United States. And economists were of the view that the problem is understated. The actual problem is even worse because there were so many people who were discouraged after finding no jobs and they just sat at home, decided to sit at home, especially women, and many people just went back to college full time. So that is the problem. So sometimes some economists are of the view that instead of using unemployment rate, a better indicator of the macroeconomy is actually the employment rate in the economy. So this actually tells you what percentage of your labor force is actually working part-time or full-time. So some economists actually prefer employment rate over unemployment rate as an indicator of the macroeconomy due to this inherent problems with the unemployment rate. Now, in the next video, which will be the last video of this module, we are going to talk about minimum wage law and how the minimum wage law could cause unemployment in the labor market.